Welcome to the Mary F. English training on Socrative. Socrative lets teachers engage and assess their students with educational activities on tablets, laptops, and smartphones. Socrative uses real-time questioning, instant result aggregation, and visualization where teachers can gauge the whole class's current level of understanding. Socrative saves teachers time so that class can further collaborate, discuss, extend, and grow as a community of learners. Socrative provides instant feedback so students can see the results in real time. It has personalized content where teachers can create assessments all in one place. It also creates reports to see where your class is at, and you can even see for individual students. Socrative is also compatible with a smartphone, tablet, or even on a web browser. This is what the dashboard looks like in Socrative. You can see that there's 5 main places you can go. You can start a quiz, which if you already have a quiz started, you can just go ahead and start. You can ask a quick question to the class, such as getting a poll to see if you need to move on with your topic. Or there's also a space race, which is just a fun activity to see who could answer the most questions the quickest. There's also the exit ticket, which is something you could do at the end of your class to make sure that there's an understanding of the material that was gone over today. And then at the bottom here, manage quizzes. This is where you can create, edit, import, duplicate, or delete quizzes, and even view reports. One last thing on this page, you'll see a room number. This is how your students access your room with this code. This is what the quiz dashboard looks like, where you have 4 main options. You can create a quiz right there on the spot. You can import a quiz from a file such as Excel, and then you also have the quizzes that you've already created. And lastly, you have the reports to view the results from your previous assessments. There are a variety of different quiz options such as multiple choice, true, false, short answer, and each quiz that you make has a SOC number which can be shared with other teachers, and you can also use quizzes made by other teachers. You can add tags, you can import quizzes like I said from another teacher, import a quiz from an Excel file, and you can even ask for the student's name or leave it anonymous when you actually put the quiz out there. This is what the quiz looks like from the student's point of view. At first they'll see the screen that a quiz is currently loading, and then they'll be prompted to either enter their name, or if you want to disable names you can do that as well. And then you'll see on the right here that this teacher decided to have a brief description and then a picture. So there are a variety of different ways that you can ask questions here in Socrative. The reports are a really unique feature of Socrative. It lets you see where your class stands on a specific topic. You can view the report in a couple of different ways, such as downloading it directly. It can be emailed to you, or you can even get a Google Drive link. There are different types of reports. You can get the whole class in Excel, you can get an individual student as a PDF, or you can even just get results for a specific question as a PDF. This is an example of what a report looks like when you receive it in an Excel format for an entire class. So you can see each student individually, what their overall score was, and then which questions they got wrong. And then you can also see class scoring averages for each question and then overall. On the right here, you can see that the teacher had a question that said, what would you like more help with? I think this is a great idea to get this information from students without them having to say it in front of their peers. So that was a great way that you can use this tool. This is what the report looks like for the individual student when you receive it as a PDF. So you'll see here that it has the student's name, and then the quiz, score, and then the date, and it shows you what the student actually selected and what the correct answer was. This would be a really good tool to send to your students for feedback to study for future quizzes and tests. This is what the report looks like for a question-specific PDF. You can see for question 1, 6 out of 7 students got the correct answer, and then you can also see here at the top questions with most correct answer and then fewest correct answers. So this is a tool students can use to see what they need to improve on and then what teachers can focus more time on in class. Space Race is a fun activity where you can choose a quiz, number of teams, you can assign team colors, and then you can also enable or disable immediate feedback. And then for each question that the student gets right, they get further along into space. This is really fun for students as they watch the rockets race, as they work in teams to answer the questions. Once the space race is done, you'll be prompted about a report. And then you can see here at the bottom, you can label the teams by color, and then for each question that the team gets right, they progress just a little bit further. So now I'm going to show you how to sign up for Socrative, how to add students through room code, and how to create a quiz. So now we're at Socrative.com, and you'll see here it says get a free account. And this is where you would go to sign up. It's a very simple registration, and then just ask what your role is in the school. And then you just have to agree to the terms. But since I already have an account, I'm just going to go ahead and click cancel and sign in with Google. Alright, here you see the dashboard that we looked at earlier with the starter quiz, quick questions, space race, or exit ticket. I'm going to show you how to do the quiz. If you see when we click on start a quiz right now, it says we don't have any, so we're just going to click create one. We can name the quiz, so I'm just going to go ahead and put math period 1. And then you have the option to have your quiz be shared on the Socrative network. If you were to do that, the SOC number is listed here, and that can be shared with other teachers, so you can share a quiz. However, if you don't want to share it, you can just click and it will be not shared. Here you also have the option to add a tag to remind you later what the topics were within the quiz. And then you have the option for the different types of questions, such as multiple choice, true, false, or short answer. So if you just select one, that will be for your question 1. And then you just click here in the box, and this is where you would put your true false question, and then you would indicate if it's true or false. We're just going to put that it's false, and then you can provide a brief explanation for your question and your answer. And then you can also add an image if perhaps you're teaching like an art class and you want to have them identify a picture. This would be a good opportunity to do that. So then once we're done here, we can just go ahead and add another question, such as multiple choice, and do the same thing, and then along the side here we select which answer is correct. If you decide later you don't like a question, you can just click the X at the top and it will remove it. I'm going to go ahead and add a question, that way we can look at how the quiz is actually done. So I'm just going to ask, what is 1 plus 3? And then we'll have our answer choices here. So we can type 5, we can do 4, and then we'll give 0 here. So that we can go ahead and select our correct answer, and then we're done here. So we can just click save and exit here at the top. So now when we go to start quiz, you'll see that there's one for math period 1. And then we have our options such as student paced, so we can give immediate feedback. This is when students receive immediate wrong or right feedback and explanations after they answer each question. Students answer questions in order and cannot skip or change their answers, and you're able to monitor their progress via the Live Results tab. You also have the option for the student paced student navigation option, where students have the ability to edit questions, skip questions, and navigate the quiz their own way. Once they've completed the activity, they can submit the entire assessment, and you're able to monitor the progress here as well. The last option is for teacher paced, where the teachers can control the flow of questions. You send one question at a time, and you can visualize the responses as they happen. You can skip and also revisit the questions. Here you'll also see the other options, such as disable student names to make it anonymous. You can randomize the answer order, and then you can disable feedback if you want. We're just going to go ahead and click the first option, and we're going to go ahead and make it anonymous. And we're going to randomize all of these options. And we're going to go ahead and click start. Here is where the class total is. Since we don't have any students in the room, we're not going to have any results pop up. To know how many students are currently in your room, you can look here in the top left-hand corner, and it'll tell you how many students are currently enrolled in your classroom. And then you'll see here at the top it says quiz in progress. And then you can also refresh. Once we're done, we can just go ahead and click finish. And then here are the reports. You can get it via email, download, the Google Drive link, you can view a chart, or you can just simply view later. I'm going to go ahead and select view later and submit. And here it takes me back to the dashboard. Here you can also ask a quick question, just as we had shown you previously with a multiple choice, true, false, and short answer. This is just to get a quick poll of where the class is to see if you can move on with your topic. Alright, and now we're going to go ahead and go back to the dashboard. And this is a space race option where you can select a quiz that you've already created and then how many teams you want. And then you can also assign team colors yourself or have them auto-assigned. And then you also have the option to disable feedback. And then this is where we start the activity. As each group gets a correct answer, their rocket will actually progress, and so whoever reaches the end of the line quickest wins. And then we just click finish here at the top again. And then we also have the reports, which we're just going to view later. The last option is the exit ticket here, which is the same concept. You can ask your class, how well did you understand today's material? This is how many students answer. And then the next question is, what did you learn today? And then please answer the teacher's question. So the teacher can actually ask a very substantive question about the material gone over today in class. And then we're just going to go ahead and click finish. And the last option we have to go over is manage quizzes. So this is where you can go to create a quiz. You can import a quiz from an Excel file or from a SOC number. You can look at your current quizzes, and then you can also view reports. So based on what we've done today, we did a few different quizzes, and then you can actually archive them to view them later. This tab up here is for recent. You can look at all quizzes, space races only, exit tickets, short answer, and then the archived reports. So if we want to archive one, we just go ahead and select it, and then it appears here. The last item to show you is at the end of your semester or term and you are getting new students in your classroom, you can go ahead and go up to menu here and then clear your room. That way anyone that is currently in the room is removed, and then you can just start all over. And that wraps up this training on Socrative. Thanks for watching.